G'day knife users, home cooks, chefs. Thought I'd do a video on this cleaver repair today. I got a good response from the last knife video that I posted, so I thought I'd post another one. So this Shun Cleaver has come in for a repair on the edge, and if you can see down here, it's has seen better days and it's chipped away right across that face, and also it needs a good birthday on the edge. Now, the one thing to consider, or a factor, especially with these Shun blades, and this one is VG Max Damascus. They're quite a hard steel. Got a rating of 62 HRC, which is quite hard. When you've got a hard knife steel, really good when they do have a sharp edge. They'll hold that edge for a long period of time. However, the trade-off is brittleness, and this is what will happen if you cut into bone, you accidentally hit bone, or you go into the hard cartilage. The edge will chip away, especially when they're a knife or a cleaver like this, which is quite thin, really sharp, but also quite brittle. Something to be mindful of. The other point to note is they can be difficult to sharpen. You need to be quite accurate when sharpening on a whetstone and quite precise, and they do take a bit of extra work in comparison to a softer knife steel to manipulate when sharpening on a whetstone. Alright, I'll weave a bit of magic and we'll come back and see the end result. Rightio, we're all done. We need to note that I've maintained that radius across the top edge there. It's really important because that's how the knife was designed, and that helps with the rocking and chopping motion that this cleaver was designed. One of the features this cleaver was designed for. You'll see that I've taken out all those chips from the edge, put on a real flat angle, flat edge, because this knife steel is hard and is able to be sharpened at a flat angle and hold that integrity in the actual edge of the blade. But the client will need to be careful not to bash it against any hard surfaces, hard cartilage, bone, because it'll be almost certain that that'll chip away. But for precise cutting, vegetables, chicken, and meats and stuff, it'll do an outstanding job. I don't usually do a paper test, but yeah, here we are. But yeah, it gives you a sort of, she's definitely sharp to do the job. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you.